Collective, I love you.
Moisten.
Spirit just said moisten?
Yes, there is.
Spirit's tripping. Spirit, what it be like? Hello, my collective. I am live in 2 different platforms. Okay, boom. Patience with Spirit going hard tonight. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. Because can't nobody stop the messages. Can't nobody
Sophia.
stop it. Can't no one stop my shine. Can't no one hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. No. Hello, collective. I'm going to do my best to look at both screens so I engage both of you at the same time. I'm going to do my best. I got another message for you from Spirit with my very own Spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle. Hello, my name is Patience. I'm your favorite psychic spirit medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physical energy because you are a non-physical entity of frequency and vibration having a human experience, and we have observed the data and we have empowered ourselves and our psychic gift from childhood to be here with you, co-creating in this magnificent, unique way. And we love you so much. We love you so much. I love you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you. It is my honor to be of service to the collective, to be of service, to use my powers for good. I'm like Jean Grey. I'm like Jean Grey up in here. At least I feel like it. I really resonate with Jean Grey. If I were an X-Men, I would definitely be Jean Grey. For sure, hands down. But not the Dark Phoenix part, okay? I got it under control. I got it under control. Spirits that unsequenced. Yes, so oh, somebody's already blocking my throat chakra. Come on. Come on. Male ghost. Any negativity trying to stop me from receiving the messages, I cast you out in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, Holy Divine Spirit. I love you so much. Alert, yes. Thank you for letting me know. I got it. Thank you. I got my angels here. I got my spirit guides, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, Mish, Mirror, Bill, and Mantis. No, this isn't my spirit guide. It's not a mantis. It's the energy of a mantis. It's just the archetype of a mantis. I digress. I will share mantis with you in the next spirit guide information. Everybody has a spirit team. We teach you that on Spirit News. We teach you how to heal, how to clear your field to 144,000 hertz so you can rest in Christ consciousness, so you can be a master manifester, co-creator of the universe, because that's what you came here to do. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having fun, co-creating, being master manifestors, turning thoughts into things because we thought it would be fun. And it is like the lottery to come here on the earth plane and have an experience and to overcome many challenges and obstacles, to come back into our oneness. Oh, Spirit said we want to. Spirit has been poking at me all day to do a reading, and I wasn't going to, but at the last minute I just had the itch. I was like, okay. So I'm a childhood psychic. Let me get my spiel out of the way. I'm a childhood psychic. I was born this way. I repressed my abilities because people treated me different, and I scared people and I scared myself. And so I repressed it up until 4 or 5 years ago. I'm 41 now, and I was guided by my spirit team. Which we all have our own spirit team. I decided to actually listen to the advice that I was getting because my psychic abilities were spontaneously activated during some traumatic incidents in my life. And so I decided to listen to their guidance and to empower myself and to take courses, mediumship courses. The ones I took, I was guided to take from James Van Praagh, which is my very most favorite. Hey, Devo! Hey, Schmoopies! This is my bumpin' loving intuitive Devo. Me? Oh, I love you so much. I miss you too. I hope all is well. Sending you love. Sending you all love. And so I took his mediumship course, mwah, and here I am. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better. I'm reading the energy. We use these platforms to learn how to read energy with you guys. We have a message to bring forward, and I don't know. Just I have to say this for legal purposes, but this is for entertainment purposes only. So I don't know if what comes through. I can't prove it. I'm just reading the energy. I cannot prove what comes through, but I hope that it helps in any way, shape, or form. Oh, it says swipe right to swipe right. I'm new to the TikTok live, but it said to swipe right. Oh, I don't know how to work it. I'm just gonna keep going. I hope it helps in any way, shape, or form. We use games, cards, we use books to read the energy, to pick up the clues that spirit wants us to know, to figure out the message. And it's like a training course. It's like learning. We're teaching you in real time how it looks to read energy, because people think that being psychic is like that's so Raven, where you see the vision and you're like, and it's like all happening, but it's not like that. At least it's not for me. Maybe it's like that for some people. But it's because energy is fluid, and it's not held by space or time. You have to be willing, you have to be able to detach yourself from the information so you can observe it and understand the different ways that it can come in, because everything is energy here. And so we hope that by showing you how we read energy, which not to do it like us, but to show you that it's being done, and it can be done, because we're going into a new energy where it's heart consciousness. We're going from the head to the heart in consciousness. We're all getting closer to the sun on this planet, and it's making the vibration and the frequency increase, and therefore we are becoming higher in our frequency. And so we need to clear our field in order to match the frequency that is emanating from Earth, that is rising because of our proximity to the sun. And if you are yeah, I'm trying. And if you are not clearing your field, healing your wounds, you're still operating in that more masculine energy, and you're not embracing or integrating the more feminine energy that we're going into, it can be hard to traverse. It can be hard to navigate. And so we're here to help you see how it's being done, not for you to do it like us, but for you to see what it's like to be in control of your emotions, to use your emotions as a way to navigate through your life, so you can find alignment, so you can be master manifester, so it can be fun, so you can stop doing karmic things and hurting people and hurting yourselves and at the same time. So we're here. We're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I got a prayer. Let's start with a prayer. We always like to start with a prayer. We started with a little frequency, a little 432 hertz action. Okay, I got Mary. We turn with confidence to you. Guide. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit just said guide. Who are always ready to listen with a mother's affection. Yes. And powerful assistance. Consoler of the afflicted. Health of the sick. Refuge of sinners. Grant us comfort in tribulation. Relief in sickness and liberating strength in our weakness. You who are free from sin, lead us to combat sin. Obtain for us the victory of hope over anguish, of joy and beauty over boredom and disgust, of eternal visions over temporal ones, and of life over death. Mary conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to you. Amen. Amen. So I've been getting, like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. I cannot prove that this is what's happening, but I have been getting, I don't know what the word I should use. I've been getting connection. I've been getting, I don't know, called. Hello. I think Shanquella Robinson. Now, I don't know much about Shanquella Robinson, and I'm doing that on purpose so I can see what comes through, because this is also for training purposes. But What I do know is that Shanquella Robinson, I think, has been trying to talk to me. And so I know that she was a beautiful young lady who was crossed over before her time due to
Spiritual.
Spirit said spiritual, possibly due to spiritual
Crooked.
reasons. Crooked spiritual. Damn. So we're going to try to connect with Shanquella Robinson since she has passed over. I am able to connect with her because I'm a spirit medium. I'm going to try to use my abilities to connect with her energy so we can get her perspective of her human experience, and maybe we can find out what happened to her, because I know there's a group of so-called friends that were supposed to be her friends that could have possibly been responsible for her untimely crossover transition. So I'm just going to write that Spirit said crooked spiritual, because, you know, the way that she passed is very mysterious. And what I know is that nobody's taking accountability. There's a lot of crisscross information
Bean sprouts.
because it was in Mexico,
A few.
I believe. Spirit said a few. Yeah, she had a few friends. She went to Mexico with a few friends and she didn't come back alive. Okay, so we're going to find out what happened. And you know, that's interesting. The prayer that I opened up to, which is from the little office of the Blessed Mary. Okay. Because it says, health of the sick, refuge of sinners, grant us comfort in tribulation, relief in sickness, liberating strength in our weakness, powerful assistance, ready to listen with a mother's affection, confidence to you. Shanquella Robinson may have been somebody who had these
No Cuban.
um had
Stay away.
these what's the word I want to use? I want to say abilities. But she may have been a good listener. She may have been very empathetic. She may have been very affectionate and had a very nurturing kind of way about her. Um, there's somebody here who she could have helped people with assistance when they needed it and comforted them and tried to bring relief to her friends. She could have been a very good friend. Okay? She could have been a very good friend. Her friends could have been people who often have are bored and display disgust or anguish. And she could have been somebody of great joy and beauty, very different energies. It says life over death. All right, let's do it. Come through, Spirit. Where do you want me to go? You want me to do dreams? All right, I like doing the dream book. We'll start with the dream book. So far, Spirit said crooked, spiritual crooked. So I don't know exactly where it's gonna go, but we're gonna do it. Holy Divine Spirit, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Supernatural. I just opened it up to Supernatural in the dream book. Not even trying to. Vampire, siren, satyr, centaur. Let's see. Holy Divine Spirit, thank you so much for being here. Please tell me the messages. These centaurs were wild and lustful, with drunken violence. I love Temu. I could buy all of Temu. Listening to you while simultaneously tanking me. It's okay. We all have our guilty pleasures. I love Temu. I buy a lot of my cards from Temu. So This says right here, centaurs, supernatural. These centaurs were wild, lustful, and had a tendency towards drunken violence. Chiron, they may not remember what they did. They may have gotten drunk and did something that they don't remember doing because they're wild and lustful.
Gabriel.
Possibly someone named Gabrielle or Gabriella. Could be masculine or feminine, take it as it resonates. But they may have did something in drunken violence that they don't remember. To somebody who's wise, noble, compassionate, a trusted tutor, a mentor, someone who showcases strength and intelligence and equilibrium, who's in control of their animal nature. They may have not been able to rise above their urges of the body while they were drunk. They did something they took a most likely, Spirit said, they took an act of violence while they were drunk and they don't remember what happened. They may have did some kind of physical lusty thing over somebody who's intellectual and sensitive. What was the centaur doing? ? How was it behaving? ? What were your feelings towards it? ? They don't remember because they were drunk. They don't have confidence that they were able to have the ability to control themselves during some kind of drunken violence. They did something to someone powerful because they couldn't restrain a primitive side of them when they were under the influence. Confirmation with a light flicker. Shanquella Robinson's friends are being described as wild, lustful centaurs that may have been enthralled in some kind of drunken violence that they don't remember. Or I don't know if all of them or one. I know there were a few friends, I think 3. Sure, it said a few. They were very lustful. They enjoyed drinking and merrymaking. One of them may have made unwelcomed sexual advances to somebody who's a mentor. They may have been shot down by a woman and a man. I think a man imprint. In this friend group, a man and a woman may have made sexual advances while they were drunk. And they were turned down, and this may have made them primitive in their drunken state. See, that this is why you shouldn't drink alcohol. This is why you shouldn't drink alcohol, because it allows you to act in a way that you can't control. You can't control it. It says right here, couldn't control their bodily urges of the body. They couldn't rise above it. They didn't have control of their animal nature. They were in lusty energy because they were drunk, and they made sexual advances to somebody who wasn't interested, who probably wasn't as drunk as them, who could handle their liquor, who was in equilibrium. This sent them off into some kind of primitive state of violence. They were crushed. They ended up sirens. A loved one. Someone they trusted who they never thought would come against them may have crushed them to death. because they don't remember doing this because that's how drunk they were. They were submerged on the rocks of alcohol. Rhythmic. This is something that they do. Whoever did this to Shanquella has a history of a rhythmic history of doing this, of acting out in drunken violence when they don't get their way. They don't have an ability to control their urges of the body or rise above their a primitive nature. Sinister. They're sinister. When they become drunk, they do things they don't remember because when you drink alcohol, spirits, it's called spirits, it makes you susceptible to lower vibrational energy to enter you because you are not in a state to control your consciousness. And so therefore, it opens you up to be susceptible to being taken over by energies that match that low vibration, and they will have you do things in that state of mind, in that level of consciousness that you won't remember doing, but will be very sinister, will be very violent, will be very primitive, just like this says. One of these friends, possibly a woman who was a half snake, half woman, who was sinister, was jealous because this person had one of their male friends come on to them, make an unwelcome sexual advance, or they did, I'm not sure. They were shot down by this person who's a mentor, who's trusted and compassionate, wise and noble. They were shot down by them. And this enraged this siren who was jealous. She was jealous that this person was making sexual advances to her because she wants to be the center of attention. She allures men, but she's a dangerous creature. She represents a threatening person. She uses her body or sex to get her way or to...
Immediately.
Spirit said immediately. If she doesn't get her way, especially when she's drinking, she did something she doesn't remember. She may have crushed them to death. This half snake, half woman was jealous that one of these male friends, half man, half goat, a lustful being who enjoys drinking, made unwelcome sexual advances to Shanquella. A vampire. This is a vampire who's brutal, an erotic lover, someone who's terrifying when they're drunk. When this woman, half snake, half woman, a siren, is drunk, she's a nightmare. She's sinister. She sucks others dry. She takes your lifeblood. She steps on others to survive. She's a codependent personality that has to have the attention of others through intimacy. She feels like if she isn't the center of attention, or if anyone wants somebody sexually over her, she gets insanely jealous, goes into a wild rage, especially when she's drunk. She may have crushed Shanquella Robinson's head in a drunken rage. You guys, that's crazy. Hello, Marie Lightworker. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. We're crime, punishment, crime, money. Shanquella Robinson, come through, boo. I got you. Nobody knows what happened to her. I'm about to blow up the spot. Okay, there's a snake, half woman siren in reverse that crushed to death Shanquella because she was jealous and she did something in a drunken, violent rage that she doesn't even remember doing because that's how drunk she was. Punishment. She's learning that her life actions have consequences. And in this society, she does things whether they're bad or wrong, because she doesn't understand punishment. She doesn't understand cause and effect. She has something that there's something that she's starting to consider now because of something that happened. Because of the reason why, because of one person, she's she needs to punishment, or this group or something. There's someone in her friend group wanted to gain power over them and instill fear because she felt inferior to this person. But she can't take the punishment because she dished it out, and something transgressed that no one could imagine, and now she's filled with guilt and a self-imposed prison. And now she could be overeating or denying that she committed a real crime. Wow. She doesn't know how to forgive herself. So she's in denial. Okay, she's in denial. Or whoever did this, it said half woman, half snake, so I'm just assuming it's a woman, but it doesn't have to be. Take it as it resonates. They're upset because a male friend in this group made unwelcome sexual advances to Shanquella, and Shanquella was like, no. But this group of people were drinking. They were vivaciously. This group is
Hospital.
the Spirit said hospital. That she should have went to the hospital. Spirit just said hospital. She should have. There's something that this woman did to her to impose her. What's it say? To impose to make her feel inferior, to instill fear in her, to gain power over them, to punish them, because she was jealous that Shanquella was getting all the attention from some guy that possibly gives her attention, but she couldn't stand it, especially when she was drunk. She showed her true colors, and she hurt Shanquella. It says crushed her to death. So hit her in the head. She should have went to the hospital, but it was a crime because they didn't take her to the hospital. She was a victim of a crime, and nobody even remembers what happened. All they know is that they came to and Shanquella is gone, and they know that they partied and something happened and it was like crime of passion because they were jealous. They my God. Wow. Drinking, by drinking, they open themselves up to the spirit of jealousy, and they were so jealous and they couldn't control their urges that they hurt somebody. That's crazy, you guys. Who wants to drink? You want to have a drink now? Do you still want to drink? You do things you don't even remember to somebody who is a mentor because you're jealous of them? It was just amplified by the drinking. So the book said crushed to death. So whatever crushing to Shanquella Robinson is passed over. Okay.
Not so.
So she wasn't passed over at the time. Oh my gosh. When this person took violence onto Shanquella Robinson in a drunken, violent rage, Shanquella wasn't even dead yet. She should have been taken to the hospital. It wouldn't even have been a crime if they had taken her. Bag. Spirit said bag, and this says money. Something about money. They possibly wanted to take Shanquella's confirmation. They wanted to take Shanquella's money? They thought that if they they thought if they made Shanquella a victim, it would ensure their safety and it would create locks and alarms or lock out an alarm of finding out who did this by not contacting an emergency person. It added security to them subconsciously because they thought it would lessen the fact that they're the perpetrator. But the crime against this person, they knew they did, but they couldn't remember exactly how it happened. So subconsciously, I see what you're saying, Spirit. So subconsciously, this half snake, half woman, follow her. Subconsciously, because she didn't remember exactly how it happened, she thought that it would be more plausible to allow her to just die instead of taking her to the hospital, knowing that she was still alive. So then she could also take her money because she didn't have a lot of money because whatever, I don't know why, she was short on money and was reflecting on her waking life finances, and she thought it would make her more comfortably financially to be able to make Shanquella a victim because they're lacking in social skills and personal qualities. This person has a personality disorder. Connection. This person is just about themselves. They didn't care that they did this to Shanquella, but they couldn't remember, but they couldn't care. That's why they're not used. They don't think about the consequences of their actions, especially when they're drunk and they don't remember. This is classic narcissism. Who's an alcoholic, okay? Some friends, like, wow. This is why you need to know energy, because I would have never went on a trip with a friend who felt like this. When you understand energy, you can feel when people are not for you, when people are smiling in your face, pretending that they care about you, when really they're just out to get your bag. They're just out to bring you down, to make sure that nobody wants you, that nobody looks at you or respects you. That's what's happening here. This person has a drinking problem and a B cluster personality disorder. I'm not a doctor. I can't, I'm not a doctor. I can't say for sure, but I mean, from what I'm getting, I'm just reading the energy. This person drinks so often.
Probably.
And Spirit says probably. The Spirit drinks all the time and does things they don't remember. That's not acceptable. That is just socially irresponsible, emotionally irresponsible, and now they don't even think about the consequences of their actions because they're always drinking. If you're always drinking and you're forgetting what you do, it doesn't mean you didn't do it. You still did it, and so you have to pay the consequences. Tell me more about this friend. Tell me more about this crooked spiritual friend. Oh, and there's a main male who's crooked. There's a male here and possibly a female. Change. Oh, that's too many. Sorry. What's this change about? This main male wanted something to change. This main male's in reverse, so they may have wanted some kind of relationship with Shanquella, but she wasn't into it. I'm getting. Shanquella may have wanted. He didn't want imprisonment. This main male was afraid of change because they didn't want to be in prison, so they may have come up with some plans to make sure they didn't go to jail. Yeah, family room. They're in the family room planning out a way to get Shanquella's money, and so they wouldn't have to go to prison. because they did something they don't remember doing. What's the thing they did that they don't remember? Well, that came out real crazy. They like jumped out. Didn't they jump her? They all decided to take a journey to do something that could have imprisoned them, to gain something. What were they trying to gain?
16.
What were they trying to gain from doing this? This is something they all decided to do when they were drunk. Yeah, because they were sipping the tea. There's some kind of tea that they're sharing with each other, that some kind of gossip or something that they were involved in. Wealthy man. Because they weren't wealthy. There's something about Shanquella that was like a gift, or they had a gift, or they're a gift, or something they were trying to receive from Shanquella. Some kind of gossip about her fortune or something, or like her money, an expectation. I told you they expected to get some kind of gift from doing something they planned on. Oh, I see what you're saying. There's a main male here, okay, who may have gossiped about some kind of gift that Shanquella was coming into that was going to change her life. So they planned this in the family room. He told these other friends, someone who's not a wealthy male, about an expectation of something coming in for Shanquella. Maybe something Shanquella shared that was exciting, because that's what you do with your friends. You share things that excite you that are happening in your life. And this was tea for the rest of the friends. Instead of being happy for Shanquella and supporting her, they decided to do something to change the destiny of Shanquella, to gain something that she was about to get. Something that they were taking an action. They took a journey towards an action that would put them in prison if anyone found out about it, because they're not wealthy. They don't have
I love you.
I love you too, Spirit. They don't have
Get out of here.
an abundant mindset. So they had an expectation to do this. So one night, so they had planned this whole thing out to take a journey. I think they went to Mexico. They were on a vacation together. They all took a journey. They planned this out. They knew that they were going to do this on this vacation. It was an expectation. They planned it out because they thought, I don't know what Shanquella does. Maybe she's like a boss. Maybe from the pictures I see, she's very beautiful. She's very, she looks like her energy feels like she has her shit together. The book said she was a noble woman. She was intelligent. She was a mentor. That to me says that she's got her shit together. She could have had something coming in. Okay. So we're going to take it from Shanquella. Occupation in reverse. They were upset. They were jealous of her occupation. She could make clothes or something, because if she's making clothes, Shanquella could have made clothes, or some kind of fashion or something like that. Now they're in their thoughts, because they should have been mature about the situation, but now they've lost their pathway, and they could possibly be getting kicked out of a house, and all their relationships are falling apart, and the community is turning against them. They could possibly be going into bad health because of what they did, because of a courtship in reverse to a privileged lady. They made some, oh my God, so ridiculous. Because of the unwelcome sexual advances. She didn't want it. She's like, I'm just friends with you. I'm not interested in you in that way. And they're like, oh, you're stuck up. You think you're too good, and whatever bullshit, So because of that, it made it a lot easier for them, especially when they're drunk, to go through with this plan that would have cut 3:00. Wasn't there 3 friends? Or just said 3. So they all teamed up against Shanquella on this freaking vacation to get unexpected income because they thought she was stuck up, and now they're in despair because they did something that they don't even remember doing. Okay? There's something like some kind of message or something online or something that people are going to see or something that people are going to share or something that's going to be revealed that's going to have them in court. They're going to be taken to court. They're going down for this. There's some kind of new message of concern. There's something that they don't see coming. Some kind of proof that they were being childish. They were being immature. That they took out somebody who's innocent. Adjudication, I told you. Tell me more about this group, Holy Divine Spirit. Tell me more about this group. Why did they... I mean, I know why. From a higher perspective, what Shanquella Robinson is telling us is that because these people are so insecure that somebody who has their own occupation, who possibly makes clothes or something, who's a privileged lady, who has their own wealth, that intimidated them. And when she turned down this wealthy man in reverse, they got pissed at her and considered her to be stuck up. Stalker. This was a male that was obsessed with her, that was always watching her, that was always making offers to her, that was always making unwanted sexual advances to her, but she kept ignoring them. She was a runner. She didn't want to be with this person. And the siren got jealous because the siren needs to be the center of attention all the time. She's a privileged lady in reverse. Okay, she has to be the center of attention. How dare Shanquella have everything, be a mentor, be a boss bitch, be the one that everyone wants. Like, get out of here. Ridiculous. Bad reputation. Yeah, they gossiped about her. Like, she had a bad reputation, but they're the ones with a bad reputation. That's why they were jealous. Because she's the one who's over here doing her own thing. She's like, no, I don't want to be with you. But she ignored the red flags, okay? This man became her friend, who's supposedly her friend, became obsessed with her. A grudge holder. Yeah, because she didn't want him. He was holding that in his head. And she ignored the red flags and was running away from the fact that this person has a bad reputation and a spiritual hater. Something about crooked spiritualists. Something about spiritual magic. But you know what? It doesn't have to be like rituals and stuff. It could be word magic where you're like spreading gossip, where you're saying, Shanquella's got a bad reputation. She's a stuck-up bitch, and she thinks she's too good for us, and she blah blah blah. When somebody turns you down, there's millions of other people out in the sea. You don't have to have Shanquella just because she rejected you. It doesn't mean anything. She just might not be attracted to you, but this was a toxic person, an obsessive lover, some spirited shadow. This is somebody who's karmic, who's unhealthy. That's hex. Spirit just said hex. They just curse themselves by doing whatever they did to Shanquella, but they don't even remember they did it because they were drunk. Because they're karmic, they're toxic, they live unhealthy lives. They were talking shit. Because they were rejected. And now they're moving in silence because they don't want to go to jail, okay? They don't want to go to jail. Travel. I told you, travel. They traveled. This happened because they traveled. Or they could possibly be trying to travel outside of the United States, as it says, moving in silence. They're haunted. And in their head, they're overthinking and they're stressed about what they did because they don't actually remember what they did. That's sick. They don't actually remember what they did because they were drinking. Yeah, they're upset now because they're trying to find a way to get out of this mess. But how do you get out? What I know about this case is that, and it's kind of aligning with what we're talking about, is that Shanquella could have went to the hospital. They should have sent her to the hospital. She could have, hey Callie, thanks for being here. She could have survived her injuries, but instead they decided to let her die slowly. So, because they didn't remember exactly what happened anyway. So, if they just let her die, then they could also take whatever gift she was about to receive, because they don't have a lot of money, because they aren't bosses. They're karmic. They just take from people. They don't work hard. They're lazy, and now they're in their head because Shanquella said no. I'm just friends with you. I don't want to be with you in that way. And this girl is jealous, her friend, because she always has to be the center of attention. How dare Shanquella uh, get sexual advances from this masculine man? Like, it's clear to see what's happening here. Yeah, because this person fishes for comments. This person is somebody. These people are people that are chasers. They chase for attention. They need validation outside of themselves. They got themselves into a big mess because they were drinking too much, and they allowed themselves to be overtaken with the spirit of jealousy, and now they're experiencing bad karma. Because they're fake flexers. They went on this vacation acting like they had all this money, like Shanquella actually does. And they don't really have it. And so they were made a dirty offer by someone in this group to start some kind of girl fight. There's some kind of girl fight, some kind of physical fight, some kind of argument, some kind of competition. One of these girls in her friend group was fake flexing, and someone dared them to come at Shanquella and start some kind of physical fight because they wanted to assert dominance over her, and they ended up severely injuring her, and instead of taking her to the hospital, they let her die slowly because they ain't shit. Okay, everything is not working out for them because this obsessed lover who pretended to be her friend, who is actually watching and stalking her obsessively, is an unhealthy, toxic person and pitted someone against her in their friend group because they're a grudge holder and they hate on Shanquella like a hater. Except this girl wanted to act like her, be like her, dress like her. But she's jealous of her. So she was dared to start a fight while they were drunk because they ain't shit. They got a dirty offer. They were probably paid to do it, or said they would be given money, or they would receive something to do it by this masculine who was turned down by Shanquella. Because Shanquella don't want someone who ain't shit. Shanquella wants a boss, a boss daddy. But they were making karmic friends. I cannot make it up. Karmic friends, a happiness hater. I can't make it up. Her friends did something they couldn't remember. Skull. Something to her skull. Spirit just said skull. How can we heal it? How can we heal it?
Reception.
How can we heal it, Spirit? What advice do you have to heal it? Child. Spirit said child, and I have right here.
Need to speak.
Child needs to speak because they have unhealed child wounds that they are not processing. And so it allowed them to be in this spirit of jealousy. And especially when they drink, they are more susceptible to having those lower energies come into them and take them over. And they allow them to control them. So Spirit says they need to start with their childhood wounds if they really want to call their power back. Yeah, they need to speak to their inner child to come home to their body because they lack power. They came up against somebody who has personal power, who's a boss bitch, who gets it done, who does things her own way, who is a mentor, and they were jealous. They were jealous because their inner child saw them as a threat, as something that they had to take down or compete against. That is not what she was put in their lives for. If you get not likely, if you get a gift, that's a mentor, that's doing things their own way, that has their own business, that's a mentor, that's intelligent, that's strong, that's somebody who's there to show you that you need to heal your wounds, and that's the possibilities. It wasn't to insult you or to make you feel inferior to them. If those are your reactions to somebody who's elevating themselves in a positive way, then take that as a sign that you need to heal. There's things you need to look at that you're not looking at, and you need to call your power back, because you're giving your power away to alcohol. You're getting drunk all the time in a rhythmic pattern, like Spirit said, rhythmically, and you have a pattern of violent behavior when you drink, especially when you drink. That's a problem. You did something you don't even remember, and you don't even regret it because you hold grudges against people who are doing better than you. You're a happiness hater. You shouldn't hate that when people are happy. How are you supposed to be happy if you're always hating on people who are happy? That's an energy that you're putting out. If you want to be happy, then you need to be happy for other people. Otherwise, everything you do will be unhappy. Anna could be significant. You can't be a happiness hater and then expect good things to happen for you. That's not how it works. You can't have negative thoughts towards someone, gossip about them, hope people do bad in life, and then expect to have a family of your dreams and to have money and to have all your dreams come true. Those are two different energies. And from going from the head to the heart, you're going to have to learn that thoughts turn to things. And so if you're projecting this negativity to somebody who's standing in their power because you're not, don't expect to get anything good. You're getting nothing good from that, okay? I'm sorry, I'm upset. I'm upset. Butterfly rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Correct. Spirit said correct. This is a butterfly effect. They wanted to reinvent themselves, but they were an impersonator. So instead of trying to be their own original, whatever, unique self, whatever they were good at, they just saw somebody who was doing something that they wanted to do and started dressing like them, copying them, and then saying that this person, and then Shanquella was copying them. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not how a rebirth works. If you want to be rebirthed, you need to be open to change, to changing yourself. You can't be the same person you are, hating on people, and just change the outside of yourself and expect to get abundance. That's just not how it works. The change comes from within. Thank you, Spirit. Guardian, Black Bear. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. They didn't listen to their intuition because they're totally cut off from that. They had spirit guardians telling them, no, don't do this. This isn't what you want to do. But they continually decided to do it anyway. That's why you need to listen to those gut hunches, those little thoughts in your head that say, well, I don't know if that's really something I should do, but when you're drinking to the level that these people, three spirits, again, there's three friends here who did this. When you allow yourself to drink alcohol and make yourself susceptible to losing control, to giving your power away to low vibrational spirits, to spirits of jealousy, spirits of envy, they will overtake you and make you do things that you don't remember because you are not in control of your vessel. Your consciousness is outside of your body. It says right here, come home, I call my body back. Yeah, because you're outside of your body when you're drinking to that level. You're doing sinister, evil things because it's not actually you, it's something else, because you have allowed that energy to encompass you, to take over you, to control you. You gave your power away. That's why Spirit says you shouldn't drink. You shouldn't really do any drugs, really, because really all you're doing is just having an artificial experience that if you want to feel that way, you could learn how to feel that way just by changing your energy field. If you want to feel high all the time, but the thing is that when you reach a certain level of consciousness, you no longer need those crutches Spirit said not so. You no longer need those crutches to survive, to function in life. Nobody's doing drugs or alcohol because they just want to do it for fun. Maybe at first they're telling themselves that, but essentially they're crutches for people who are trying to cope with things, they need to heal. Dog and friend in reverse. They were no friend. They were a dog in reverse. They were posse. Spirit said posse. They were a whole posse of friends that were all against Shanquella. A posse of upside down dog friends. They had love with condition. They didn't actually enjoy, or they weren't this person's true friend. They weren't Shanquella's friend ever. Friends are supposed to protect you. They're supposed to love you without condition. They're supposed to be enthusiastic for you. They're supposed to inspire you and to be happy for you. These friends were not happy for Shanquella. Community in reverse. Posse. They wanted to take from her. A bee and a beehive all work together for one goal, and they all enjoy the fruits of their labor. They all are in a hive mind to understand that it's about love and it's about working together for the whole. This friend group was in reverse. They were thinking completely of themselves and only what they could get out of it. And they hold grudges, and they're karmic friends. So that's who took Shanquella's life. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Shanquella, thank you so much for being here. I am happy to bring your human perspective of what happened to the surface, and I call judgment upon your friends, because who needs friends when you have who needs enemies when you have friends,
Discounting.
I love you so much, Collective. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Callie, we clear all negative energy that is here, and we call it to light, and we hope it heals. Okay? Love you guys. Bye. Thank you.